How's everybody doing today? This is Corey Lee's Boxing, and we're back with another banger. So please smash the hell out of that like button, you guys, and subscribe. And yeah, man, we're definitely back. Wow, what a great weekend of fights we had. We had Deontay Wilder, you know, stretch the living, out of Dominic Brazil. Dominic Brazil talks so much shit, and he got punched in his face, and it was on, man. It was on, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. I truly, truly believe that excuse me, it's my other phone. I truly, truly believe that Dominic Brazil thought he could win the fight, but when it came down to it, he couldn't. He couldn't deal with the pressure of Deontay Wilder. He couldn't deal, with the right hand of Deontay Wilder, the accurate punching 1-2 that Deontay Wilder has. Call it what it may. Call Deontay Wilder what you may, but Deontay Wilder is a very, you know, devastating puncher, but not only devastating puncher. You know, he's starting to become a little bit more accurate, and that could smell trouble for the heavyweight division. If you guys haven't heard Tyson Fury's words, he said that he actually said that Deontay Wilder is the most devastating puncher in the heavyweight division. Not only is he the most devastating puncher in the division, he said that, Deontay Wilder would knock out Anthony Joshua and would knock out Dillian White. Both fights, both fighters want to fight Deontay Wilder, and Deontay Wilder wants to fight them. So you heard it there from the lineal champ, Tyson Fury himself. He's telling you who's going to win. He said it's easy pickings for Deontay Wilder if Anthony Joshua signs the contract. And that's coming from a guy that's actually been in there with him, in which a lot of guys think that should be Deontay Wilder's first loss and only loss. But it was a draw, and I believe they'll get a rematch after a while. But what's next for Deontay Wilder? My personal opinion, I think he fights Luis Ortiz. Luis King Kong Ortiz is a really, really good heavyweight out of Cuba. Not only is he a pretty good fighter, I believe Luis Ortiz, I hope he learned from that knockout loss he got from Deontay Wilder, but, time will tell. He's gotten a couple wins in a row, and he's been calling out Wilder. That's what he wants. And on top of that, he got offered, I believe, $7 or $8 million, whichever one. I can't remember. I reported it, but $7 or $8 million to fight Anthony Joshua, and his team dropped the ball and turned it down. I find it very hard to believe that there'll be $7 to $8 million that he will get paid in the Wilder fight rematch. But who knows? What do I know? I'm just a YouTube channel. Yeah, so since the Deontay Wilder loss, he's fought in 3 times. He's fought in Razvan Kajunu. He knocked him out in the second round. He fought Travis Kaufman, 32-2. Knocked him out in the 10th round. And he won a 10-round decision with Christian Hammer March 2nd. Okay, so that was his last fight. Like I said, he's from Cuba. He's 31-1 with 1 knockout loss coming from Deontay Wilder in the 10th round. And Luis Ortiz is gonna be a live dog regardless. He's a really good fighter. He has a Cuban boxing school, but I still don't think he beats Deontay Wilder. I think one of the only guys that can possibly beat Deontay Wilder is going to be Tyson Fury. I believe Anthony Joshua has a great chance as well. I'm not going to count him out, but I think the man that possesses, if you want to call Deontay Wilder Superman, Tyson Fury, for all intents and purposes, could possibly very well, possess the kryptonite. He's a really, really good fighter. And I think a lot of people underestimate his boxing skills. And I think when we start looking at, Tyson Fury and the Anthony Joshuas of the world, coming up next, I think, Tyson Fury will show that he's going to separate himself from the pack. I think he's a superior boxer. And we've seen time and time again, man, that superior boxer beat that devastating one-punch knockout fighter. I believe that's why Deontay Wilder, said in his last camp versus Brazil that he wanted to, change some things up and, pretty much, do some things that he's been getting away with, he said, out of his own mouth. And I think that is, to set up a fight, with Tyson Fury, or Luis Ortiz or Anthony Joshua, which all have power. Well, I'm not going to say all have power. I think Anthony Joshua and Luis Ortiz both have power. Tyson Fury, you're 250 pounds. You can still knock out any heavyweight at any given time. So, yes, Tyson Fury has power, and some say he hurt Wilder. So, with that being said, I don't believe, a heavyweight, doesn't have any power at all. I don't believe that notion. I believe every heavyweight instills some type of power. If you're in that elite top 4 bracket of heavyweights in the world, which Tyson Fury is one of them. But yeah, man. I mean, I got the Rivas versus Dillian White fight. I believe that's going to be up in the air for who's, ranked number 4 in the world. I got that fight on upset alert. We're going to see, how it goes. I had the Brian Jennings versus Rivas fight on upset alert. I got that right. Let's see if I can get this right. But let me know what you guys think about Deontay Wilder fighting Luis Ortiz next. Do you guys want to see it? Will you guys pay for it? If it is on pay-per-view, let me know what you guys think in the comment section, man. This is Corey Lee Boxing, and you've definitely been hit with another banger.